And I gotta be honest, y'all. And Tyler Perry, this your fault. Okay, you did this to me for the first time ever in my life. Once I seen him slap her, I was like, finally, some wife beating is happening in this movie.
Oh, God.
Finally. Yo, what's the business, y'all? It's your local neighborhood Super Rig here with my boy Brisk, and this is our first movie review. We were actually going to do Bad Boys, but gotta be honest, doing movie reviews online is way more difficult than we thought it was gonna be, and we were forgetting pivotal points looked up as we did reviews, then review as long as the movie. So we have figured out a way for us to review a movie. Now, first off, the movie we're about to talk about right now is not a part of our regular viewing, okay? How was you introduced to this movie?
My mom texted me and my little brother in a group text. And she was like, have y'all seen the new Tyler Perry movie, Divorce in the Black? I was like, nope. She was like, it's a good movie. Y'all need to watch it. And so I checked it out because I had a little cycle, a couple hours of cycle to watch some stuff. So I checked it out.
Boom. I had to watch it because my wife, we were post-watch Curb Your Enthusiasm. A friend of hers, who is, I'm sure, in your mom's age range, had told her the movie was fantastic. And she was like, oh, I'm going to watch this. And I was like, you know what? I heard this movie is so horrific. I want to see the damn train wreck myself. So we sit down and watch this movie. And oh my gosh, the movie opened up on some Tyler Perry stuff. Now, here in this other tab right here is the actual movie. Of course, we can't show it to you guys, but there are going to be bits and pieces we gonna miss. And streaming technology has gotten to the point where they can black out anything. However, we'll be bringing up little scenes down here just to jog our memory, all right? So we will be going back and forth just in case you're wondering what's going on. Now, the movie opens in a church. It's a Tyler Perry movie. How the hell you gonna have a Tyler Perry movie without a church scene? Opens up with the church scene. We got the preacher. Oh, and we do not want to disrespect the actors. So let's go on and get that out the way. And get the cast and crew out the way.
Because very talented cast.
Very talented cast. We had Megan Good, Corey Hardick. Those were the two stars. They played Ava and Dallas. Richard Lawson is who played the preacher. You know that's Beyonce's mama's ex.
Oh, I didn't know that.
That's right. It's crazy, and they broke up and apparently was messy online. That's a whole nother episode. Joseph Lee Anderson, looking all wholesome and stuff. He played, what was his name in the movie?
Benji, which was short for Benjamin, I believe.
Yes, he played Benji. Debbie Morgan, for those, I grew up watching the stories with my mama, Young and Restless, all this. She an OG of the soaps, and she got some of the deepest dimples in the United States of America. Shout out to her. She did a great job. Taylor Palador, gotta be honest, she gave the most Tyler Perry actress performance of it all. This is what a Tyler Perry performance would look like. Kind of gave me the vibe of them straight to DVD movies, them black movies like Menage a Trois or whatever and all that stuff. Shannon Wallace, he played the boyfriend. No disrespect to her though. I'm just saying it was on point with what a regular Tyler Perry performance would be. And then the three brothers, and they ain't even got the woman who played the mama. But let's go to the opening scene of the movie. But shout out to the cast. This is no disrespect to the cast, even though it kind of seemed like I went in on Taylor. This is no disrespect to the cast. The cast did great. It was the stupid script and just some of how the movie was, the logic of the movie. It was just illogical, okay? And so we're gonna be skipping back and forth. Opens up on the church. Preacher is talking, which is Ava's mom. He is, you don't really know what he's preaching about at first. Then we kind of get eased into that is what's going on is a funeral. And we see the camera keeps going to three characters. We have a larger, heavyset black woman, which our biggest, me and you both talk about this, is the stereotyping of Tyler Perry movies. He's always stereotyping. In this movie, though, he kind of switched it up. Usually, it's always gonna be, like you said earlier, it's gonna be a horrible dude and mistreating a woman. And you know, she gets saved by another dude at the end of the movie, and then some bad happened to the first dude. Usually it's a dark-skinned dude that's the bad guy. and then the light skinned dude that's a good guy. And in this movie, y'all peanut butter dudes, y'all was the good and the bad. All the brothers was peanut butter. Benji was peanut butter. Corey Hardy was peanut butter. No dark skinned dudes to be disrespected. The preacher was the darkest dude in there. He was a good guy. But the worst person of the whole movie was the mama, who was heavyset Martin Lawrence mama's house looking. And of course she had to be the bad guy. I knew my dark skinned person senses was tingling that we was gonna get done dirty, and that's what happened. Anyway, and we gonna get into our biggest issues with Tyler Perry movies as we go through this. But at the beginning, they in the preacher, the church house. We find out it's a funeral going on. Camera pans between Corey Hardy, Megan Good, and the mama. And you kind of confused because you don't really know what's going on. It's obvious at a certain point that the dude was talking about the mama's son, but you don't know why everybody's scolding at each other. Then halfway through the preacher just go off talking about how fucked up the son was, and the family members, and Megan Good over there sad, and Corey Hardy just kind of rocking back and forth looking like Corky from Life Goes On. And at first I kind of thought he was slow, like on radio. He kind of was giving some radio vibes. And then the woman get up, she accused Megan Good of setting them up and never liking them or something. And with the preacher them coming to find out the preacher them paid for the funeral, the mama then tells the kids to get the son, takes off her dress. Cause she stood up. They was mad because they was scowling the whole time. Yeah, and they didn't understand. But but the preacher was going on talking about how this dude was going to hell. I was like, damn, bro. I'm talking about he went in. I'm talking about it went from regular to straight. Yeah, and he did XYZ and blah blah blah. And the mama was like, don't you talk bad about my boys. Don't be judging us. And got up, went off on the church talking about judging them and everything. And then she took off the dress, was like, I don't need this dress that your mama gave me, and took it off, threw it at the preacher's wife. Apparently she gave her the dress. Then go tell the boys to get the son. The boys run over there to the casket, trying to pick up the casket. Like, no, not the casket. Get him. And that was wild, bro. They take the boy out the damn casket, the son out the casket, sadly, and drag him out the church and proceeds to throw him on the back of an old pickup. And then boom. A pickup truck, bruh. The title of the movie appeared. He was in the back. He was in the back just and the way they had just set him in the back like that, they ain't cover him up. They just put him in the back of a raw pickup truck. It had a rhino line and they didn't know nothing. Dude, now give me your thought process at this time. This scene is now, here go the title. What did you think what is the rest of the movie for you? What you think this is all gonna be off tomfoolery, the rest of this movie. Because what the fuck? I ain't never seen no stuff like this right here. Dude, and I'm like, bro, the fuckery ensues. All right, so the next scene after that was a church scene. So then they come next to what's her name, Ava, or Megan Good's character. She meets her friends, the Tyler chick and the dude or whatever, and they come talking and they like, yeah, I didn't like how your husband treated you or whatever, but it was sometimes really the scene was kind of worthless because I guess they was just setting up that these was her friends, and did they say something about him being old buddy's homeboy? Yeah, so at that point the dude was like, I'll go check on him, because at that time they went back to the house. Dude was like, I'll go check on him, it's my friend. She's like, no. Megan Good character was like, no, I'll go check on him, it's my husband. I want to make sure he okay. So then they kind of alluded, like, he like, man, you know how he could get, you sure? And she was like, yeah, I'm cool, I'll go over there. Then she went over there and got treated like crap as soon as she got over there. Dude, she goes to the mama them house. Now they stay on a big plot of country land, and I ain't gonna lie, I'm from the country. It reminded me going to visit one of my aunties and uncles. Just a plot of land, dirt roads, you pull up to it, and you see a big pile of dirt and some shovels, and they buried they brother in the front yard, and she was like, yeah, we should have buried him next to the other Bartletts or whatever their last name in the first place. Megan Good pulls up, and it was kind of weird, like watching The Sixth Sense, because Megan would say something, they would basically be like, bitch, shut the fuck up, and she would just ignore it and be like, where's Dallas? And they'd be like, bitch, you done did XYZ, I knew you weren't worth shit. Is he around the back? I'll go check up on him. And the one, you can see in this scene, one of the brothers, like, he was I guess he was the boss, and he kind of seemed to, like, you know, give her kind of grace and stuff, because she was like, I'm so sorry for what happened, and he was like, no, it's not your fault. And the mom was like, yeah, bitch, it is your fault, and I knew we shouldn't did that XYZ stuff. So, and the other two brothers, they kind of like, you know, one is kind of like a weird cartoon character. He was like, yeah, you done made my mama mad, you know, you don't like that. And the other dude with the dreadlocks, he was just kind of there, he ain't never say nothing. So the big brother, the main brother, that's, you know, kind of the boss, like, he around in the back. She goes in the back, he's sitting in a truck all, you know, crying and stuff, and she trying to comfort him, she being nice as could be, and
super nice woman.
Then dude just started wailing out. He was like, you trying to control me, trying to change me from who I am. You always been trying to control me. She was like, well, that's cool. Which like the conversations never made sense.
It did, because she like tried to control me from who I am. Yeah, a nigga who just pulled a man out of a casket in a church and put him in the back of a pickup. You need to be talked to, my guy.
Yes, you actually do not need to be the person you are right now. But every time he's saying all this to her, she acting like he ain't even saying this stuff. She was like, no, well, you know, let's go. He was like, he told her basically get the hell out of here, get away from him after being so nice to him. And she was like, but we rode here together. He was like, motherfucker, I said get out my face. And so she go out.
Oh, it got worse. He told her to get out before he dragged her out.
Oh, yeah. And you know I do it. You know I do it. Which was another issue with me in this movie. For him to be such the bad, abusive, you know, guy, as much talking, he didn't put hands on her until way much later. And look, y'all, before y'all get into y'all judgment bag or me want to see somebody get, I don't advocate for no one be getting beat on. But if the movie is about a person who supposed to be the next coming of damn what was his name from Ike Turner? If he supposed to be Ike Turner Jr., but you not doing any Ike Turner, they let us know from get-go Ike Turner was slapping broads. I didn't even look at him really as the bad guy until way later. He was saying some crazy shit, but he was kind of like a joke, to be honest, because he would always make threats, but never follow up. In a scene that we coming up on further cements this. But anyway, she go to the damn sit in the car, and then the mama come out, knock on the window. Now you thinking the mama kind of be, I ain't gonna lie, I got tricked. I thought the mama was gonna be like, hey, you know, what you still doing out here? What she was, but she was like, I'm waiting on what's gonna call it. She was like, he left. Get your bitch ass off my property.
It's like, damn, I still didn't understand what she did, why they were so mad at her.
Me neither. They never gave no back. Well, I guess now that we talking about it, I guess the whole thing was when he got with her initially, he kept saying, you trying to change me. I guess in the mama mind and the brothers outside, the one that kind of had common sense, that she, you know, they projected they own insecurities of not feeling good enough, and felt like her saying, hey guys, have you ever thought about using soap, was probably something like, oh, you think you better than us, you soap using bitch. I guess that's what it was. Cause like you said, I was like, what the, they never pinpointed a specific situation of hatred.
She seemed like a pretty good woman to me.
So I guess that's the whole point. All right. So then after that scene, we missed the scene of before that scene. She actually was in there talking to her parents, and this goes to a conversation we had before we did the review. This scene let us know she didn't have no daddy issues. Her daddy was always there. She came from a 2-parent household. Oh, the whole point of this scene was talking about how she was like, well, y'all taught me don't never leave a marriage, and I saw y'all's marriage and it's gonna have its ups and downs. And I'm like, hold up now, you know, I understand ups and downs, but you this, but we skipped that scene, so I guess this was the set it up. So that's our bad on that. But this let us know she came from a good family. Wasn't no usual daddy issue situation on this, which I kind of ain't go front. It kind of made me even a little more upset because it's like Megan Good, like what? They never explained why she would do that. I guess they did in the scene later on. So because it was a scene, I guess they tried to go over it. So anyway, after the mama tell her that, you know, go on and move on, that he left, she knew where he was at. He was at this honky tonk bar or whatever. He in there playing pool with the brothers or whatever. Now this scene was a setup to introduce us to Benji. She go in there, the big brother say, hey, I'm gonna send them out. They go outside, she sitting there, well, she go in there to get him. The brother say, I'm gonna send him out. She goes outside, and then this big, you know, super tiny
Country
Lester,
strong, but
yeah, Debo looking dude come and start talking to her. Now at this point, when you seen them having a conversation, what was your first thought?
Well, my very first, before she even walked up to him to give him a hug, she looked behind her back like to see if anybody was looking. So I was like, this got to be somebody from her past. And then the way Buddy was like attending to her, like he was feeling her. He had been feeling her for years. I got that initially from the thing, and they weren't supposed to be talking. So then they started hugging, and then that's when the boy came out, and all hell broke loose.
And this was when I have clock out moments where I try to get into a movie, no matter how dumb it is. I was kind of in the pocket of the movie. Soon as I saw that dude pop up and start talking to her, my first thought was, Tyler Perry, you need some writers. Who in their right mind would write a scene to where this broad was literally talking to this dude like everything was cool? She talking, when she knew that dude and her brothers was in there, the first thing should have came out her mouth for that conversation to seem real to me was, yo, my fucking crazy ass husband and his brothers in there, get the fuck out of here, we'll talk later, I'm gonna catch up. No, full blown conversation so they could set up this next scene of him getting treated like a straight bitch. Them four dudes came out, and don't get it twisted, if you are outnumbered, this is very smart not to fight. However, how they set this scene up was just too stupid to me, because they came out, he much bigger than the first dude. The other two dudes is very kind of far back to where he is in a position to whoop one ass and then be able to follow up and whoop everybody else's ass. Her husband came out, was like, oh, the scene was just stupid. They shit talking. They talking about we don't want to have to put you in the hospital again. I'm like, all right.
Again. Yeah.
So why are you talking to this woman who you already know who she married to? You not strapped apparently, like you said this earlier. You in the country. I know how it is in the country. Everybody is strapped, at least in Arkansas country. You always going to assume somebody is strapped. They don't whoop his ass for whatever reason. I forgot how it ended up, but
it ended up because they didn't whoop his ass. They tried to the owner of the bar.
Owner came out
with the gun, and so they stopped it. So then the Dallas, which was Megan Good husband, he then tried to get the keys from her because he was mad he went to drive off, and she was like, "No, you're not gonna drive off." And then she asked his older brother, who was just about to fight the other dude. They was all on the same team. Then she asked the older brother to help out, so he beat up Dallas, his little brother, and took the keys from him and made him go get in the passenger seat so Megan could drive.
Talking about I'm the big brother now. And like you said, the scene knocked me out because I'm like, all right, what happened to the 4 for all whooping? Okay, yeah, all right, the owner came out and stopped it. And then you go beat his ass, put him in the backseat of the car. They proceed to get home. They go home. She get in the bed, still got her 15-foot butterfly spider leg eyelashes on in the bed, supposed to be sleepy. Ladies, in the comments, do y'all wear them things to sleep? Because I didn't understand it. She gets up out the bed in the middle of the night. He's still in the bathroom. No throw up on his shirt. He next to the wall. That pissed me off because I've had many a throw up nights, and it was always something. The toilet seat up, and he just up against the wall. I killed my dad. And she's like, what? Are you okay? What do you mean? Next morning, They downstairs. She done made this dude breakfast. Oh, something else they never touched on. When they was in the pool hall, she was like, please tell him to come home. You know he got to work tomorrow. What did we ever find out what job he had?
We didn't.
So they done tummied this nigga. Martin tummied him because they kept referencing this job that we don't know that he even got. So she cooked the breakfast. She tells him, you know, here's the breakfast. He's like, I can't eat it. I gotta go to work. And then proceed just leave or whatever. I think that's what that scene was. So I guess that was supposed to show a little bit more of his ass trollery. And then her homegirl, she got to pick up a homegirl for work. And her homegirl was like, oh, I thought my carpool was gonna be canceled. She's like, no, girl, you know, he's just acting how he act, blah blah blah. And this where we find out that they old friends, and her homegirl from up north or whatever, and like, yeah, I couldn't deal with that stuff, da 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 da, and more of the, well, you got to stay with marriage stuff, and I don't like the way he treats you, and you know, blah blah blah. And we find out that they work at the bank together. So they work at this bank, and they finally get to work, and it goes to the next scene where it's nighttime. Oh, I think they planned in this scene they was gonna meet up later that night for dinner.
Yeah, like a dinner. Yep. so that's when then she, like, by the time they was about to go to dinner, she was like, remember, we gotta go to dinner. So I remember she had this outfit on from work, and she was like, I'm gonna go get ready. It's gonna take me about 45 minutes to get ready. And dude was like, you need to hurry up, but he was already drinking. And so she came out the bathroom all dressed and was like, you ready to go? And Buddy had left her. He was already gone.
This nigga was gone. And we get to the scene. He pulls up, walks in, and this another thing. And like I said, I want to... Corey Hardick did good acting, but I know he was only doing what Tyler Perry... He had to follow the directions of Tyler Perry. Who, Tyler, I got to tell you. I'm not sure if anybody else has told you this, but you suck at directing. Because this dude went into this very nice restaurant talking loud. And I know you said he was drinking beforehand, but still though, this just don't make... When he was trying to make this dude the bad guy, he did a very good job of making this a bad villain. Was with I forgot which movie it was, but it was the dude Blair Underwood was the bad guy, and like when him and his wife was out in the thing, he was all suave smooth on some 007 shit. Soon they got behind that door, she said, I'm sorry, bow, straight. Now I hate this dude already. Very easy. You didn't have to make him stupid about. I was like, yo, I hope they kick that Bear Underwood's ass. That was one of Tyler Perry's first, movies where it was like back and forth. Like it would go from horrible to decent but this character trying to make us hate him. The truck scene didn't do good enough of a job of it. That should have been if he had a backhand to her right then and said, get the hell out, I would have hated him. I was more confused about his character more than anything else. Teetering on the line of after meeting his mom and brothers and stuff, I'm thinking, I'm being honest, when he talked about killing his daddy and how stupid he was acting, I borderline thought it was gonna go into an incest kind of story type thing. Like his mom was, and the daddy was actually his grandpa, and took his mama and she made him kill him because he just acted dumb. He came in there talking loud. Sit down. Where's Ava? Oh, I left that bitch. She was taking too damn long. They sitting there chilling. She finally come in, and it was so unrealistic of how he was trying to paint her as such the perfect woman, because she just sit down like it wasn't no problem. Hey guys, we're running late. And he left you? And she's like, oh yeah, I was taking too long or whatever. I'm like, get the fuck out.
Still taking up for him, yeah.
But not in a realistic way. It would have, it just wasn't good. Then the homeboy, and I was wondering why the homeboy was actually her friend. His homeboy went out like a bitch. Cause several times. Let me be talking, and then my wife be like, yo, you was fucked up by leaving my homegirl, whatever. He was like, yo, you better get your wife, nigga. I'm like, hold up, bitch. You ain't talking to my wife like that, nigga. You crazy? But no, he just sit there. Then he gave you peanut butter. There's a bad rap in there. I guess he was making it all even.
But later on, it showed maybe why he was acting. Well, he still should have been acting like that. He was tripping.
he went out like a bitch several times.
Several times
in this movie. Very
several times should have punched Dallas in the mouth.
I'm talking about what. At minimum, it was a few times in here that the police should have been called, punches in the mouth, or nigga, you just ain't my homeboy no more. At minimum, you ain't my homeboy no more. Or at minimum, nigga, who are you talking to? At minimum, who are you talking to?
Yeah, you can't talk to my lady like that. My homeboy cannot talk like, bruh. Like, and your homeboy supposed to respect you and your situation enough to never want to do that anyway.
He don't even fuck with you. And then he kept going out. This dude went out several times, like AK versus Saucy Santana. Make sure you hit that video. It's a hilarious video that we did. I'll put that link up here or whatever. All right. So after the scene at the dinner, which was great. Oh, so this was like, and it's crazy how that rode the pivotalness of this scene. This is where he announces he want a divorce. He goes into that little speech. You always was trying to change me and not be where I am, and I want a divorce. I want a fucking divorce. Got up. He kept giving these bootleg Ike Turner speeches like he was doing the impression of Ike Turner this whole movie, in my opinion. And he was like, you better be there. Them lawyers signed them papers up in this motherfucker. And he did several lines that I guess was supposed to be funny or whatever. And that kind of was, you know what I'm saying? Because he kind of get quiet. He'd be like, motherfucker, I said, who are you looking at? He did some shit and walked out, stormed out. All right. So it just wasn't realistic for me.
So then after that, so now after the whole, he said he wanted a divorce for the whole restaurant. Old girl offered to stay in the house with Ava, which is what's her name, Megan Good character. Yeah. But then she said she denied. She's like, no, I'm gonna just stay home by myself. I'm cool. I got it. I'm cool. And old girl pulled a letter out of her purse that she said she had been writing down every bad thing that dude had did to Megan.
Wait, that was right here.
That was afterwards. Yep.
So on that ride home,
it was when they got in the house.
Wait, so because this is the scene where he was going stupid, and then the next one they rode home and did a bunch of talking. So that was the letter scene right here.
Yep. Because because she was saying, she's like, I'm gonna go outside and tell my husband I'm gonna stay, and he could just drive home, and I'm gonna stay here with you. And she's like, no, girl, that's cool. But then before she left the house, she gave her the letter.
Okay. And see, I ain't gonna lie. This scene right here pissed me off so bad. I went downstairs and I made a bowl of cookies and ice cream.
So on this part, after she gave her the letter, Megan Good was at the house and she was crying. But then that's when she got up and just drove. She put the letter in her purse and got up and drove to her parents' house, who live an hour and a half away from Atlanta. And
that is a very important. I need y'all to remember this, okay? Her parents stay 1 hour and a half away from where they live. This is very, very vital information to the stupidity of the rest of this movie and events where apparently this shit was happening all in one day, and there was no stops at the gas station, and it must be a tollway from there to there to where they get to skip the hour and a half, because there was a lot of going back and forthness that I was not explained. He should have kept that out. That part it out. All right. So yes. So she finally gets to her mama house, and as we see during this part of the movie, she comes from a very well-adjusted home. They talk about all her, they speak life into her, but they kept bringing up something about they didn't ever tell her she was proud of her or something like that.
Yep. Even though she had all these accomplishments when she was a kid, winning the spelling bee, winning track tournaments, all this stuff, but they never said they was proud of her.
Yeah, I ain't get that or whatever. And then I don't even remember this scene. What was this scene right here?
So that's the one she was running outside. What the heck happened? I forgot where that dude was at right there.
Yeah, I don't know what occurred here. Hold on, it ain't gonna play. Let me see what this was, because I don't know what this scene was. So this was right here. She was in there talking to the mama down. I guess she was having a flashback or something. Cause we find out the only way he got with her, cause he got with her when she was so young, too.
Like 17. Yeah, they both was young too.
Yeah, somewhere around there or whatever.
Let's see.
Anyway, So she started back running and stuff, I guess, and doing stuff she liked to do with her life or whatever. I don't know what that scene was though. I guess he might have took it or something. I don't know. Or that might have been a one of them butt whooping scenes or something. Like I said, I was downstairs eating ice cream. I didn't come back up until this part where she was talking to her mama, and she showed her mama the letters.
No, she didn't show her mom the letter.
How her mom?
Her mom found a letter. So when she woke up, because she woke up from her sleep, and then she came out and her mom was reading the letter and her mom was crying, and she was like, baby, like, why you didn't tell me this man did all this to you? Like, I didn't raise you to deal, like, you was dealing with all this. I can't believe you was dealing with all this. But she was like, and she like, did dad see it? She was like, no, your dad did not see it. So they kept the letter from her dad.
Which further made me mad. How the hell you go keep something like, and I don't want to hear nothing in the comments. I don't want my daddy to go to jail. Look, the rest of the
should have protect you.
They could have saved, but I guess it wouldn't have been no rest of the movie if they had just went and gone and nipped it in the bud, right?
Yeah, I guess so. You got a point.
The movie would have ended right here. It could have faded to the black, or it could have maybe even smarter if the daddy had really been on some, and then if the movie had went like this with me, it would have faded to black, like yes, and daddy super rig alerted the authorities and they found a bunch of evidence, and he called his homeboys and they whipped the husband's ass for about a week straight on some kidnap stuff. Never got caught, and then he went to jail for the rest of his life for so and so. Not me though, but the dude went to jail. We set him up on all you gotta do is put some CP on his computer. He going to jail. Movie would have been over. But no, it would have been it had to go on. So, like you said, the mom said we ain't telling daddy and stuff. Then she got to talking to her homegirl. She ended up going to hang out with her daddy.
Because he was like, you gonna come with me to go get some feed to feed the horses.
Yes.
I need to go to this store. Come on with your dad.
Yes. So she go with her daddy. And this Benji dude. Now, this was a genuinely funny scene, though, when it happened. Not the Benji dude himself, but her daddy. But daddy done set it up for Benji to be there and her come up there. She 100% curved Benji, and she was like, why did my daddy put you up to this? And daddy was like, he popped up. Benji was like, yeah, he did. He was like, you snitched. And I laughed at that part. And then at the end when he was like, you ain't got no better game than that, because dude had 0. I was like, 0. What are you trying to do? But I guess that's supposed to make him enduring. I'm sure the female our lady watchers were like, oh, that was sweet, he was cute, what the hell ever. Anyway, so the daddy trying to hook her up and Benji on the side. We go back to another church scene where, in this scene, infuriated me as well. So she done curved Benji. They go to the church thing. It's like a bake sale or whatever. Benji come up and try to talk to her. She basically say, get the hell out of my face. All right, I'm tired of people, trying to hook me up or whatever. He mentions his daughter has a cake that's shitty, and could somebody go support it. The mama go over there and support the cake. Then Megan Good go over there and get some cake. Now, this is where I'm like, all right, Benji, you a stalker, because she told you to get the fuck out of her face initially. Yeah. They didn't have no scene where it was like a bunch of time or something to go between. He literally walks up behind her again. But now, I guess after she ate his daughter's shitty cake, now she like him. And they begin to have a conversation. And this is where I guess this is where the ladies, this was 100% made for the ladies, because I was like, I thought it was a stalker. They switch to the scene back at her mama's house. They show all her achievements and speaking life into her. You strong, you know what I'm saying? This used to be you. We know you a good person, and we messed up not saying the stuff we should have said to you about it. And then they got her in this outfit, which, hey, I know I doo-dooed on you, Tyler Perry, for your directing choices before, but these were some very good visual scenes that I guess he was like, yo, a lot of these people gonna be watching with their boyfriend or husband. I need to throw something to kind of wake them up. Not on some, we want it, at least for me and my household, but just on some, hey, look at that. Okay, all right.
I thought it
some
was
distraction.
sensational views.
Yes, distraction from the dumbassness of the story, the plot line. So what she talk about her homegirl with on this one?
So on this one, she was talking to her homegirl about like how she pretty much got her groove back. She like, girl, I'm back. I'm ready to come back to work. Thank you for holding me down for the week that I was gone, but I'm ready to come back and get this popping.
Okay. I mean, shout out to her job having great benefits of just being able to leave for a week. More jobs need to have that. So the next scene is they go to the and I thought about you too.
At the fair.
So the fair scene, they meet up, Benji there again, and you know, now she kind of warming up to Benji, and he like, yo, I gotta meet up with my baby mama or whatever to drop my daughter off, and then we go kick it. Then they do a slow zoom in to them sitting on the back of the truck. I was like,
with the truck date.
I was like, yo, wow, this
gotta hit him with the truck date.
This must be some this must come in the peanut butter nigga handbook.
Hey, Benji definitely listened to Drake when he not listening to country.
So they on the back of the truck, and now you know they building a connection. And then she like, yeah, I want you to make love. Why do people say stuff? Ain't it?
So she got drunk first. She had a.
She did drink the whiskey or whatever, and he said, "Oh, this was some." I ain't gonna front. This scene pissed me off in two ways. First, when he was like, "Yeah, you know, back at the honky tonk place, I was showed." What he say? He was like, I hate they was talking about. I showed. Did he say? He said something along the lines of, "Yeah, I ain't want to get put in the hospital again," or something like that. Yeah. He said some very bitch ass and the shit. I was like, why would you even bring that up? And why would you bring you getting put in the hospital again? You should have said, "Yeah, I'm glad I didn't have to kill your husband that night when the motherfuckers was in my face." Some type of way better way to reference it. Not, I don't want to go to the hospital again. Then we find out that they kicked it before drinking, because he was like, she was like, I ain't had this since the last time we kicked it. And he was like, well, I ain't had this in a long time. He was like, yeah, the last time I seen you. She was like, yeah. And I guess that was the night he got put in the hospital, because she was like,
they drug him out the truck.
Yeah. So and I gotta be honest, as a person who should have got my ass whooped for kicking it with other nigga girls in certain situations, sorry, bro, you got what you deserved. If you already knew what the business was, you should have picked a way better spot, all right, to be kicking with another dude chick. Anyway, so she get full off of the hits of the whiskey. She asks him to make love to her, which, look, y'all don't even know each other enough to be even using terms make love and stuff. I hate when they use that term. That is only for people in love to be calling it that. Anything outside a relationship, y'all fucking, all right? Please, Tyler Perry, update your script technology. But once again, this movie is not made for me. It's not about reality and stuff that makes sense. And dude took a pay. Now I ain't gonna lie, and tell me if your thought process about this. When she said that, what did you think he was gonna do?
Well, because it was a Tyler Perry movie, I knew that he was gonna be like, no, I can't do this, because he had to be the noble gentleman. But in reality, like, as much as he was feeling her, and as much how he got his ass whooped, got put in the hospital and all that, I thought he was in real life. I think he would have definitely probably capitalize on that event.
I'm gonna be honest, and I think it's because I'm an old man now. Since they involved the alcohol in the whiskey and had her making the fact, I was going, if he had a smash, I'd have been like, yo, you've been a scumbag to hit at that point of her emotional bottomless. Because I've been in that situation before, and I was like, I don't think I can do this, buddy. I'm sorry.
And like, she took like two sips. You think she was drunk? Even though they try to make her appear to be drunk, but she did like 2 swallows.
I ain't go front, bro. Remember we had went bowling not too long ago for the event thing?
Yeah.
And they had the unlimited drink. I had 2, bro. Not 2 whole drinks. I finished one of them little, and I think if you don't drink, once you go a very, very, very long time without drinking, bro, yeah, I can see her being there, because I ain't gonna lie, I was shocked. I was like, oh my God, am I going right now? So she a girl, she 5'5" or whatever, so I'm sure, you know. Now I will say this, if he had got full, I'm sure he would have did it, but it don't look like he was drinking with her, so I respected Benji for that move. And it was kind of on, it was on brand for his character, how his character kind of acted. So, you know, that was that scene. Then let's see, cause he mentioned that later on too, which was kind of, I guess, a little, you know, more realistic how he started approaching her. So they sit on the truck. Next morning, like you said, she back feeling good, tell her mama she ready to go home and stuff. So she goes back to the house. Now this next scene kind of infuriated me because they at the bank, they back at her job, and the dude, her husband, he was, I don't know who he's talking to, but he got a picture of her at the
It was
thing.
one of his brothers. Yeah, one of his brothers sent him a picture of Benji and Ava at the fair. And keep in mind, this is after he asked for a divorce.
It was the brother who sent the picture?
That's who he was talking to, I believe. He was talking to one of his brothers.
Cause I took another break to go get something to eat, and I came back up, and I was wondering who took the pictures, but now that makes sense because they was back in the country town. So, all right, that makes sense. All right. So then he get mad. He shows up to the bank job. Now, me and my wife was kind of got in a debate about this. From my memory, unless I'm tripping, don't the bank at least always have one security guard in there?
No, normally, I thought so. Yeah, every bank I ever been in.
One of those. Now, my wife said last time we went, she didn't see no security guard. I was like, dang, and it's been a minute since I remember going
in a physical bank.
Yeah, so I was like, wow, dang, what? It wasn't no security guard in here. He comes as his next Ike Turner impression and shit. Again, demanding for the paperwork to get signed, but he also mad about apparently been cheating with Benji their whole marriage, and he go off once again. A lot of threats, nothing like the whole movie. I ain't gonna lie, especially after she read the letters. The mama read the letters, talk about he was beating on her, this and the third. I'm like, all right,
spit on her.
So I'm like, I kind of got upset reading the letters because I was like, okay, I guess now this is just from a real world perspective. I was like, I guess Tyler don't want to be like putting triggering images on the screen. However, after reading the letters, how he acted all the times that would have seemed like a hands-on event would have occurred and they didn't. I was like, yo, dude, like you can't have a character written. You can't put this in there, but you don't show him acting like that. He just act like a little drunk bitch the whole first half. And I guess that's what the whole point. I guess he was like trying to show that, you know, abusive dudes is bitches. Because that's really how he came across the whole movie. More of a bitch than a villain. But I was just like, so after the letters was read, I was like, okay. And once again, ladies, I was not, I wasn't like excited to see ass whoopery or nothing. But I'm like,
it just didn't match.
Yeah, it didn't match. So I'm like, okay, he better go in here wreck shop. And because I'm always want to be, like I told y'all, that Blair Underwood scene, I was like, yeah, they need to kill that nigga. That nigga is a monster. With this one, I was more like, yo, man, I didn't, it wasn't no real fear of it or whatever. It was more psychological. If they had left that out the letters about the spitting on kicking and just was like he was emotionally abusive, that was fine. Emotional abuse is real. He was emotionally abusive. That would have been, I would have understood that completely. But y'all shouldn't have threw the violent part of it in the movie, in them letters and stuff. If you not gonna be like that for the majority of the movie, it just kind of messed up. He was unlikable, but more annoyingly unlikable because he was like, you know, I'll do it. I know you get you out the car or whatever. And it was more like, he kind of like me with my kids, where I'm like, you know, I'm gonna give you a whooping, right? And my kid, my daughter look at me like, she know I will take away something, but me talking about whooping ass, it ain't gonna happen. Yeah. And that's kind of yeah, they know that. That just mean I'm at this level of frustration or whatever. And that's kind of what it gave with him. It's like, he might be an asshole, but anyway, they get to the bank. I'm thinking he about to wreck shop. Another bootleg Ike Turner impression and stuff. Sad that she was kicking it with Benji. He goes sit out in front of the truck on the next block, And little mama called her and was like, yo, you know he's sitting out here or whatever. I'm gonna send so-and-so to go talk to him. She sent this homeboy out there to talk to him. He was like, yeah, you knew the whole time she was playing. He was like, look, bro, I know the inside. You know what I'm saying? She was not playing you. Da-da-da. How you do me like that? Da-da-da. Damn near a sympathy building scene for just, I was waiting for the, please have someone talk to a therapist from time to time. Commercial pop up for the dude. Dude drives off. Hold on, let me see. Dude drives off after that.
And I think the next scene was them at the lawyer's office the next morning.
Yeah.
Because the whole reason him coming to the bank was like, you better sign these damn papers.
Actually, I fucked up. That scene about him stalking across the street was after the lawyer paper stuff. Because that's when I guess he got home and had time to think about it and stuff.
Because that's after the ass whooping kicked off.
That was... So, yeah, they go sign the papers. His homeboy's there. And then they go to...
They have a divorce party for her.
They had a divorce party. Once these Chippendale niggas came, I went downstairs. I made me a 7-Up float. So I kind of blacked out on this part of it.
And this take me back. So when they was pulling up to her crib, the wife, her homegirl gave her an edible gummy. It was like, take this edible gummy. And so she was already on the level then. And so then when the Chippendale dude showed up, everybody was getting drunk and kicking and all, having a good time. But then Benji was there. So then Benji was there and they was dancing all freaky. And even her homegirl husband was like, what you done gave her? Got her over here dancing with Benji like that. And she was like, oh, I just gave her a little gummy.
Oh, okay. So
that's what happened with that.
So what's this scene where he was outside talking to him? Was he stalking at the party?
So at the time, that's when, Dallas showed up to the party. He's like, man, y'all having a party up here? He's like, yeah, man, but this ain't the party for you. He's like, why y'all ain't invite me? He's like, man, this ain't the party for you, bro. He was like, oh, Ava in there? He was like, yeah. He's like, oh, I'm about to come in. So he slammed the door. He's like, bro, don't come in here. So he finally talked to the dude to not coming in. So Buddy left the party. So when he left the party, then that's when it went back and showed Ava and old boy Benji like getting into it, and then not getting into it, but like vibing off each other. And then that's when she took Benji to the house. And Benji was like, and then she was telling Benji, she like, well, you can stay because I know you got an hour and a half to drive. We've been having a good time. I got a extra bedroom for you. Benji was like, look, it took God and all kind of other stuff for me not to sleep with you in the back of that truck. He like, but that ain't gonna happen tonight.
Yeah. He like, finally manned up.
Yeah, he like, tonight I'll be in bed with you and we sleeping together tonight. And she was like, okay.
Yeah. I remember that scene. That's when I had came back up. So, all right. Now, this is where it's about to get into very stupid territory, okay? And this is where anger starts to creep. Because that middle part I ain't gonna lie. It kind of got too stupid and then it just kind of got boring. And then I was like, so I was going back up and downstairs. So, Benji smashes, and once again, Tyler Perry, I guess this is for women, and once again, this is what I care about. However, in that little SEX scene they had, ain't no dude going that long and then shirts is staying on. I just wanted to let you know this, Tyler Perry, for future reference. Shirts don't stay on, okay? And I ain't talking about Benji. Yeah. All right? If you go make dudes suffer through the movie, come on now, bro. Give somebody something. But not me. This is for all my dogs out there. Because I was like, it's all right.
I would have liked to see that.
Did you go make up for this dumbassness that you've been serving out? Oh, I guess you're not. But like I said, not for married dudes, but for the Terrences of the world. So next morning she wake up. I guess she's sneaking. She don't want to wake up Benji. She go downstairs and Dallas is in the house. She states that I've changed all the locks. How did you get in here? I don't remember hearing no response.
Well, his response was, "I know how to get in my house."
Oh, I guess he
also told her in part of the scene earlier that he like, I just want a divorce. You can keep all your shit. Your parents gave us a down payment for that house.
Oh,
you
you
keep the house.
did. I'm gonna be so honest. Where's the abuse they talking about? That was a very fair deal.
It was. I
didn't hear. I'm talking about. He said, and this was very logical. We ain't got no kids, so this should be very easy. You keep the house. You got that bank ass job and shit. I don't want to pay no alimony. That may have been the most easiest divorce ever. This is called a blackened divorce. This is the divorce actual part of it. I don't know too many divorces that was that amicable as far as when no argument back and forth. The lawyers made zero money in that divorce. That was a literal turn in the paper, sign it. They made $20 for filing the paperwork. You could have at least made the dude be like, yeah, bitch, and I'm taking that house, you dumb hoe. I don't give a fuck about your mom. And I'm taking the house, and they should have put a dog in there. I'm taking the dog and XYZ. No, he just... And like I said, I'm not saying he was a good guy, but that was a good guy divorce settlement. I'll tell you that damn much right there. That was even better than the good guy divorce. That mean I love you. That was a I love you type shit. Y'all can look at it all on some, nah, he was just being, you know, I don't give a damn. I would have been like, if I was her daddy, I'd be like, you know what? I was gonna kill him, but he was just so gracious in the divorce. I gotta be honest. Yeah, he's abusive. I hate him, but that was a good divorce settlement right there. Anyway, I'm canceled now, but that was just a great divorce situation. You can't beat that. Now he, you know, he like you said, he said I can get in my house. He knew Benji was up there.
No, he didn't know Benji was up there at the time.
Oh, well, I know this much. Know. Oh yeah, he said I'm about to go lay. You go to work. I'm gonna lay in the bed because we back together.
Buddy was tripping.
Cause we back together now. I'm gonna go lay there and you come back. Now this is where I was highly upset at Megan. This bitch, they walk all the way upstairs. He opens the door, walks in, then once he is fully in there, mid about to beat Benji head in, then you hear Benji, watch out, or some shit like that. She didn't yell.
And Benji was asleep. Benji was all the way asleep.
And I ain't gonna front. When I watched the little replay thing, let's see if we can see just when she walked up the stairs, cause she fully could have stopped him, cause she talking cash money shit to him down here. Like it's night and day, 2 weeks for her to get her strength back, which from what I heard, it take at least 7 attempts to leave an abusive relationship, but that's neither here nor there. For movie's sake, I get it. Now she got her mojo all the way back. When she followed him up the stairs after talking this cash money shit, the look she had on her face was like, yeah, Benji, go whoop your ass. I'ma let you, going up there and see who up there. But that was
Benji is a big Benji was a big ass dude. Benji was like 6'3", 270. Like.
Yes, and so I kind of get it from that point of view. At the same time, though, what if dude had pulled out a nice little 3-inch pocket knife and ended Benji right there? Because Benji was asleep, like you said.
He was asleep.
He could have easily went in there and just. It don't take nothing but a couple piercings of the kidney, the liver, the gut. It's a wrap. But of course, Benji got his ass. I mean, Dallas got his ass whooped. Which that fight scene pissed me off because he threw Dallas back, which should have been a backbreaker. Back flexed up against the dresser, the armoire, or whatever that was. He turns around. Are you okay? Instead of nigga, you supposed to be making sure this nigga is incapacitated. I'm talking about full thrown hands on her face, back to the opponent.
I feel like the director of that movie was like, hold on, we got to put this part in to show how into her Benji is. Benji is so worried about her safety, he don't give a fuck about his safety, and this other threat is all the way back here, not even knocked out yet.
Yes, and that director was Tyler like it from the back pair. Because that's the only, like, I'm like, nigga, what kind of fight is, I'm talking, I've been over there stumping.
Yeah. Especially you put me in the hospital, nigga.
What?
And it's the next time I get to see your ass, yo, it's over for you, bro. Like it is over with for you. You was getting your ass. I'm doing all WWE moves. Once I was your ass, it is over with.
I completely forgot about that. I'm talking about, nigga, I wouldn't even think about making no more. This would have been a whole different situation at that point.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So of course, while he over there trying to play damn war medic in the middle of a fight like it's the damn Geneva damn convention involved in this shit, thinking medics is immune during the war or some shit. Dallas come and hit him from the back paws. And then he put him to sleep in a choker hold and lay him down, which I ain't gonna lie, that probably should have been the first. He put him in several holes. They showed some. Did he do some actual proper wrestling moves that you saw?
He put him in a rear naked choke, which the kind of wrestling that he was talking about he was doing, they don't teach you a rear naked choke. They teach you that in like Brazilian jiu-jitsu and all that kind of stuff. But
yeah.
But it technically, I guess it could be a wrestling move.
Oh, okay. And now that you just mentioned it, he said he took wrestling. The way he talked about it was like it was after the fact of high school. And I was like, they be offering wrestling class. Why didn't he say Brazilian jiu-jitsu would have been way more gangsterous to say? Because I was like, he said that after the ass whooping. Yeah, you took wrestling in 12th grade. I mean, in college, a wrestling course. Any damn way. So he beats Dallas ass, all right? Now, after he beats Dallas ass, this is another thing where the whole hour and a half difference is about to start coming up, all right? So he beats Dallas ass. She goes to work, okay? She goes to work, and now he's sitting across the street. This is where the hoe's sitting across the street. Her homegirl see it. She called her husband. I'll be honest, I really feel like she should have called the authorities, but the movie, we need the movie to keep going. She called her husband. He come over there, talk to him. That's when he do the whole, you been do about this scene and da-da-da-da. She been fuck with that nigga. I can't trust you type shit. Dude, drive off. All right. And now back to the hour and a half shit. So he leaves the premises. Okay. He leaves the premises. Once he leaves the premises, we get a call. We switch over to the scene of her mama. Wait, let me make sure I got this right. He leaves the premises. Dude left. They was at the bank.
So after they left the bank, after they whipped his ass, and then he left the bank because he left the bank, his ass was whooped.
Yeah.
I guess by this time Benji had drove back to the crib.
Yeah, and
that's when Benji found out.
Now this is my thing. He got his ass whooped, I guess, that night. So let's try to piece together because maybe the time.
No, that was in the morning. He got his ass whooped in the morning. Remember?
He got his ass whooped. All right, so he gets his ass beat in the morning. So that means he had enough time. She at work. The way they got this set up, he drove all the way to the whatchamacallit. Now, if maybe his brothers went and did the shit, who knows? But the way they had it looking was he drove his ass an hour and a half away, killed the animals, came back another hour and a half away. It's in the afternoon at minimum around this time. Had time to stalk her. Then, after the stalking, the dude talked or whatever. Benji calls her, which pissed me off because Benji pulls up to the house. The animal's dead. Now, when he initially see his farm animals dead, he like, oh shit. But then he calls her, goes back to the director, trying to show that she the prize and not his fucking income making animals.
Right, because they'd have been way more pissed than that, bro.
He calls, he's like, hey, how's it going? Oh, I'm good. Yeah, I just want you to know this ain't gonna turn out to like the last time I let you go and stuff like that. Da, 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 da. Oh yeah, I'm glad. Oh yeah, I can't wait to suck it again. Oh yeah, by the way, Dallas came up here and killed my animals. She was more upset about the animals, and she was like, "Oh my gosh, he killed the animals. He ain't even bring it up no more." He's like, "Yeah, it's all good." Anyway, I can't wait till I get to that ass again. So I'll talk to you later. The fuck?
And it was some big ass animals. It was a lot of animals, and it was some big ass steers and shit.
Yeah.
Like that's the first thing he's like, this motherfucker didn't kill my animals.
Yeah.
That's what it's supposed to be.
Now, he stalked, and let me know. Now he done went back to the country and pop up on the mama at the grocery store. once again, like I said, y'all, I'm not looking for ass whoopatry against women in movies. But after we done read the letter, he done seen the Benji dude in his own house. He come assault the mama, basically grabbed her all up in the middle of the store.
He assaulted her.
Now, after he assaults her, let me know if you understand this part. If I went back downstairs after this. Dude literally puts his hands on the old woman, and out of all the anger that he got, he was walking down the food aisle, and I remember a regular food aisle. This wasn't like it was no table that just had one thing on it. He swings at the food aisle, knocks one singular box off.
That was like the box went next to no other boxes. It was just that one box on the shelf.
Nigga, I was so mad. I told my wife, I was like, get the fuck out of here. This dude supposed to be the devil incarnate himself, but he just knocked one box?
Well, now, I ain't never been in the grocery store in the country. I don't know how well they have the grocery store shelves stacked.
Dude, it was Walmart levels full of things. It was hold on, let me see if I can show you let's see. Do you see these shelves, bro? Look at that.
Oh, yeah.
He knocked, I don't know. Look at that. This is all the cake mix there. I don't know what. Yeah. And the only thing I can think of is Tyler was like, look, y'all, let me use the store, and I promise we ain't gonna make a mess in here, please. That's the only thing I can think of why he didn't knock all that shit over, because all that shit should have got knocked over. So after that scene,
oh shit,
because I was highly upset. After that scene, her daddy done called the mama and said he on the way to the daughter house, and she let him know that he done put his hands on the mama. So he making
he ain't know that. He ain't know that yet.
No, I'm talking about this was when they was on the car. When he was talking to her on the phone right here, he was letting her know that he was on the way to the daughter house. And then he let her know what happened. Then she told him right here on this phone call, right? Because this was on the way.
She didn't tell him.
She didn't tell him?
She didn't tell him nothing. So he was like, I'm about to go take care of the daughter.
Oh, yeah.
Because he ended up pulling back up to the house to get all of his guns. Because after he put the cameras, he changed the locks, put the cameras on his daughter's house, and then he had put some guns and stuff in the crib. It was like, you need all these guns right here.
Like I told you, I was downstairs.
You went downstairs?
From the anger.
So then by this point, he had went back. He like, I'm going to go back to your mama house, to the house. And so he went back. And when he walked in, he was pissed off. And he started getting his guns and stuff. And he was like, you didn't tell me he put his hands on you? He like, everybody, the clerk at the grocery store told him, because I guess in small towns, everybody know it.
Yeah.
He like, the whole town know. So he's like, I'm about to go over there and handle this. And then that's when he revealed that he was a prior Marine.
So did. So I was up there by that time when he had the pistols and stuff.
That's why I was extremely pissed off when he got to the house and he like, where the boy at? He asked him, he got to the Bernsteins or whatever their last name is. The mama was out there. He's like, where he at? Where is he at? I heard he put his hands on my wife. And then she was like, don't worry about where your son at. But the boy came out, Dallas came out, talking shit. Still talking shit to a dude who was a Marine. Once you're a Marine, you always a Marine. He had a gun pointed at him and he ain't shoot him. He ain't blast his head off, dog. Like, you just put your hands on my elderly wife. And the next step for you ain't no talking. I don't need to know what happened, why you did it, pal. Bang, bang.
And what made me even further bad, even if I'm not a Marine, I know that he got 3 other brothers. I'm not going to be sitting there brandishing, because that's what he did, because he wasn't talking about no action. I'm not going to be sitting there brandishing a gun, knowing, and he was a Marine. I'm pretty sure he understood. There's some Marines out there that still don't sit with their back to the front door. Yet he on somebody's property, knowing that it's 3 other appear to be felons that could creep up behind while he focused on this one person. And of course they crept up and they weren't playing no games. They shot that old man in the leg immediately. Like
immediately, bro.
I'm talking about
that's how it's supposed to happen.
Not talking
if
about
it's smoke in the seat, they teach you in the middle. Do not pull if you ain't ready to shoot somebody, what are you doing?
And he looked unsure several times while the dude was talking. And they shot him in the leg and then proceeds to beat the dog shit out of this.
He definitely did, dog. And to me, hey, if you brandish a weapon on somebody who was dangerous and you don't follow through, then hey.
I gotta be honest, it was a well-deserved ass whooping. You on their property.
Yep.
Pulling out a pistol. And if you pulled it for a good reason, but don't pull it if you're not gonna pull the trigger. What? That is gun 101. Why you up there threatening? You up there in the middle of the night threatening this man that put his hands on his wife. He didn't threaten your wife. He just yanked up. Maybe maybe the clerk was like, yeah, he knocked over a single cup, and he had that still like he not that bad of a guy. He could have knocked over the whole shelf. Maybe I should give him some grace. Any damn way, I'm talking about they beat the dog shit out this old man, and he shot in the leg. Then they left him in the truck. Now, this is even where my wife had to come back to reality. She said something along the lines of, didn't he get shot in the leg? And I was like, yes. I'm pretty sure he would have bled out by then and been dead how they just left him. But once again, the magic of the freeway that they was taking between Atlanta and that hour and a half country hick town, they made it just in the nick of time to get there to be able to save him and take him to the hospital. Because apparently an hour and a half in Tyler Perry world is 10 minutes.
Maybe he got a teleportation machine.
I was pissed the hell off. And I'm telling you, my wife loves movies and she cool with getting sucked into the movie as long as she being entertained. If she start bringing reality into some shit, you know you fucking the fuck up. So motherfucking after that scene, and we skipped a scene. We skipped a scene that made me even more mad. After he had installed and gave all the guns and shit, it was a party at the friend's house. Once again, I'm not understanding. Maybe it was like on Martin. You remember on Martin, Tommy and Cole had keys to Martin's apartment. He just walked in whenever the fuck he wanted to. Because the friends is at the house chilling.
A very nice house.
Very super nice house. And somehow, some way, he walked right through the front door. It looked like a split level house. Went up to the next level and did another Ike Turner impression, talking Cash Money shit. Now, at this point is when the homeboy or whatever, this is all ass whoopatry from this point on. You not gonna come in my house talking crazy at all. Not in my house.
Nah.
No. This should have been a double team. Him and the damn Benji dude. He talking Cash Money shit to Benji. He disrespecting this grown ass man in his own house. First off, how the fuck you get in my house? That's the first. There wasn't no question. Still talking Cash Money shit to dude, wife or girlfriend or whatever.
That was his wife.
He in there disrespecting everybody. He was like, hey man, you need to get out of here. You need to leave, bro. Hey, let's see. It was no checketry that occurred here. He walked out on his own accord. He walked out on some, you know what? I'm tired of fucking with y'all bitches right now. I'm about to leave.
And you skipping the part where he was like, oh yeah, while you were here acting like you are to his homeboy, while you were here acting like you were in love, does your wife know about Kelly? And here y'all been fucking around all this time? Like, bruh. Like his nah, like he did that, and oh boy still was trying to be cool, like, hey, bruh, you need to calm down. But his wife said she knew about it. Apparently it's something that he said he did once. Because when they got back in the house, after everybody left, he had to deal with that. And she was like, so was it more than that? And he was like, no, it's just the one time I told you about already. So, oh boy, even if he still wasn't messing around with old girl, the fact that dude put that in his wife's head, that's supposed to be his homeboy. His homeboy did nothing to him. And he played him like that.
And this Tyler Perry is why I have an issue with your movies. You can let more than two people be good dudes. You had to make dude a cheater for what?
Yeah. Came out of nowhere.
An hour 20 minutes in the movie.
It came out of nowhere, bro.
What does this provide for the story? Besides that Dallas was a hater. We already knew the nigga. I'm gonna be honest. Since I didn't see no ass whooping from the first, I didn't even think this nigga was a scumbag really until this part. I was like, wow, this nigga put his homeboy in front of shit. But the homeboy Why make him look like a piece of shit at the end of the movie? What did that have to do with the plot? Yeah. What? Tyler, what are you thinking? Was this another movie that you just wanted to add some? You was like, I wanted to make what? Damn, dude, I ain't gonna lie, bro. If I could walk out on that movie again, I would walk out right now, nigga. I wish I could walk out on this review because I completely forgot about this shit.
I was blown away by that.
And then they had a whole scene, like you said, of them talking about the shit. What does that have to do with the damn four brothers and shit? They had nothing to do with any. Well, who the fuck was Kelly, dude? They didn't show no Kelly in the whole movie.
Never seen Kelly. Never knew nothing about Kelly. They ain't had no alluded issues to where they was like hinting at some issues prior to. They had a good family life. And then that just came out. They opened up a new wound. All this wild stuff, man.
Wow. Anyway, so that's when, and I might chop this up to put it in the right order, but that's when they got back to the mama house and the daddy house. The daddy found out about the hands getting put on because this scene right here. After they done had this conversation that was worthless, the daddy found out about the mama getting the hands get put on her. Then she called the girl. Called
the girl, yep. And then her and Benji rode out.
They rode out, so they might have made it there on time. And then this whole stupid tree of a damn scene. And then another picture gets sent to a dude's phone. Oh, they get to the hospital. And I had left after the whole shooting scene. It was too stupid. Do you know what happened in this where the police was talking in the...
So once they get to the hospital, the police are saying they can't do nothing because they don't got no proof. And he like, we need... I think the dad, but they need the dad to wake up so he can at least say who did it to him. And he was like, man, Benji was like, man, this guy do this kind of stuff all the time. You can't, nothing you can do. And at the midst of them saying there was nothing that could be done, the daughter had left. And she had left in Benji's truck and she stole Benji's truck to go leave. And then that's when she called Buddy and she was like, did you hurt my dad? Did you do this to my mom? And then Buddy was saying whatever he said and she started telling him how he wasn't shit in the bed and how Benji had laid the pipe on her right and how it felt so good. She was trying to get under his skin, so dude was just getting hot. And then that's finally when she went back to Atlanta by this time.
Yeah.
And so when she was talking all that noise to Benji, that was to entice him to come back to the house.
Yes. Which this brings us to the climax of the movie, to the final scene of the movie where she get him in the house talking all that shit. He pulls out a pistol, puts it on there, and then he finally slap her. And I gotta be honest, y'all. And Tyler Perry, this your fucking fault. Okay, you did this to me for the first time ever in my life. Once I seen him slap her, I was like, finally, some wife beating is happening in this movie.
Oh God.
Finally. I've been teased that this was happening the whole time, and he finally put hands on her. Thank you, Tyler. And then I gotta feel like a piece of shit. I can't go to sleep straight now. Feeling happy that I finally seen some domestic violence.
Bruh. He put the burner out on the counter to let her know that he was serious too.
Yes. And then I gotta be honest. I once he put hands on her, I finally seen it. And all other stuff he did. Anyway, she blows dude away after very quickly. Way too late. To be honest,
I would say way too late because she had the gun on him. She again letting motherfuckers talk.
But he was trying to get back with her. I think she understood at that point. I put it like this. I agree. She should have shot him off top, but once she said she had the bruises, I kind of got the plan and shit. But like you said,
yeah,
she shot him quicker than I thought she was. I was really thinking it was gonna fade to black, and they was like, "Stay tuned to part 2" or some stupid shit. Blows dude away, and I guess that's the end of the movie.
No, it was a little more.
What the hell else?
Because after she blew dude away, that's when they finally went. She went back to the hospital to pick up the dad. The next scene was she was in the hospital taking her dad out the scene, and at this time, the mama was in there and the brothers was in there because they son Dallas had been killed. So I guess he was in the room killed at this time. Because where they shoot Dallas at? Hold on. How the hell? Hold on. That just because so Dallas got shot in her crib in Atlanta, but they met the family the next day back in the little country town hospital where her dad was at. And so when they was rolling past, the mom and the brothers was outside the hotel room, which the dead brother was in, somehow got transported from Atlanta over there. And then the mom was like, look, you think this over? This shit ain't over. You killed mine.
They was at the hospital.
Yeah. She's like, you think that's over? This ain't over. And then she was like, it's only so much that good people could take and it ended that way.
Anyway,
like,
oh my God. This nigga. This movie, I felt bad for the actors. This is, and I'm gonna be honest, the acting made it watchable, but it was just the story, the dialogue that was used, some of the stuff they were saying. The actors had look, Tyler Perry, bro, like, come on now, dude, just hire some writers, bro. You got all that money, dude. Like, don't nobody let people tell you, hey, this part right here is stupid, let's fix that. Like, please, because but unfortunately, long as he hitting his target audience, the messages, the overarching messages within this movie hit, I'm sure, all of them in the fields. Don't let a dude put his hands on you. Don't let a dude talk crazy to you. You strong. You can do bad by yourself. All these are great messages. I totally understand it. But ladies, please don't let his messages be delivered to you in such dumbetry of a movie. Like, please, like, you can deliver these same message. What's love got to do with it? One horrific movie with horrible dialogue or nothing. You hated Ike Turner from the beginning. Ike Turner was pushing cake in folks' faces and whooping asses throughout the whole movie.
Yeah.
I had to leave for my own sanity, walk out this movie twice. And how you made it through, my brother, the world will never know. But on a scale from 0 to 10, what would you give this movie?
I'll give it a 4 because of the good acting. The actors and actresses that was in the movie was good. I might even pump it to a 4.5 because I really enjoyed seeing Megan Good on the screen.
I'll give you that. The actors, I give all of you guys 10s out of 10s for just being able to get through it. As a movie itself, I give this a 0.2.
God damn.
If I gotta get, dude, if there had been a real movie theater, I would have left. I would have went home. I went downstairs for like 2-3 times. I went downstairs for 5-6 minute stretches, missing entire plot points of just because it was just my intelligence had been insulted just too much. I get it. It's for my wife. My wife gave it a 6 out of 10.
Oh,
so, and a lot of women I'm seeing are enjoying it. So if you got estrogen, please go check out this movie. I'm pretty sure you'll enjoy it. If you have majority testosterone, this is not for you. And if you do enjoy it, maybe, just maybe, you might be Caitlyn Jenner. See you guys later.